It's March 9th. I figure we can just start with intentions and distractions and go around. My intentions for the call are to just kind of bring your attention to a couple of forum posts that have votes on them, the Uni-V3 and the liquidity tool one, and then just go through the issues for Regen Farms and check in with how the front end development is going, and then see what else we need to talk about. I'm not distracted. I'll pass it to Amin.
Thank you. Yeah, my intention matches with yours. And I'm so curious about I think we should follow up the third parties who likes to add their stream, because none of them we had some chats, but I think more following up is needed to make it happen sooner. So I pass it to Paula.
Well, I am here mostly to, as Lauren mentioned, check up on what's going to happen and what's happening with the vote for turning off Uni-V3 and talking about that. In general, looking at Regen Farms, because I'm kind of out of the loop in general. And I'm not really distracted other than I have some stuff to do on General Magic, but that's not immediately important. And that's okay. I pass it on to Mohammed.
Thanks, Paule. Hey guys, I'm just here to sync up with you, and I have no intention. I pass it to Cherik.
Thank you, Mohammed. Hello, my friends. My intention is talk about Regen Farm. I think all the front-end issues implemented. So I want to know, is there anything remaining? As I know, I think maybe the responsiveness is remaining for Regen Farms because the design not included for responsiveness. And sync up and know more about our next plans. I pass it to Clara.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? My intention for today, I'm just curious to find out what's going on and learn a little bit more. I need to pass it to somebody, or if you're all being...
Pass it to Mitch or Ashley.
I pass it to Mitch.
Don't pass it to me, pass to Ashley. There's a blender running.
Hey everybody. Sounds like people have lots of distractions. Anyways, my intention for the call is just to kind of listen in as well as stream it, and I don't really have any intentions particularly around GIVeconomy stuff, and I don't really have any distractions. I'm working on some stuff on the side, but that's about it. Mitch, is your blender done?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I just want to listen in, catch up with the GIVeconomy. No intentions, a couple distractions. Amin, did you go? Okay. Pavle?
Everyone has gone.
Oh, okay, sweet. Cool.
Great. Thanks, everyone. This is great. So it sounds like maybe the most important thing to talk about would be Regen Farms. So let's start with Regen Farms, and we can go through. Did I open the board? No. We can go through the issues. Oh, gee. The issues that are on the board, as well as kind of like talk about any like outreach we need to do to other DAOs, like Amin was mentioning. So yeah, Cherik, you said that everything, all the issues are done. Have you been moving them? I haven't checked out the board in a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, I put it under the code review as I remember, but.
Okay, perfect. So, I guess they need to be tested, right? Do we do testing? Is it all of the Regen Farms thing to be tested in the same as like the V2 version, or like where's the best place to be doing testing?
We just made that as a branch on the liquidity mining application, and so you can find it in that repository. It's not merged, but the preview link is available.
Okay.
I put it there.
Gotcha.
It's the PR number. 183. I sent you the link to put there.
Okay. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Okay. That sounds
there's
good.
a preview link. You can put the link I sent you there.
Yeah,
I can
well.
do it. I did. I did.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll let you do it.
I did.
Cool.
So you can use the preview link right now. Yeah. Go down
Nice.
and it's a preview link.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Cool. Oh, right. We still need to change a couple of small things. Like we need to change like the title of this. It's not supposed to be called to give friends. It's supposed to be called like Regen Farms. So maybe I need to make some issues for that, and then I'll just assign you Charik when I go through it. Yeah, cool. Okay. Are there any other like updates or questions on the implementation of Regen Farms? Like, there's no other outstanding issues, I guess.
No, I move all of them to UAT column. No.
Okay, cool. Great. So this means testers. So I can take a look at it today. But is there anyone else on this call who'd be like interested in doing some testing or like checking up on that?
I could do some testing.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, you need tokens. I can mint you. Everybody needs. Just let me know. I can mint test token for you. In this case, the Fox test token. I can mint you and test it there. Also note that we have implemented the timer to start, but it should be configured manually. If a farm will start, for instance, 2 weeks later, we should put it in the config to say that, and it's not set right now. So we cannot see the timer. Is it clear?
You're
There's
talking
a
about
timer till the Give farm starts, and you cannot see that.
Oh, that's okay. I think that's kind of a nice to have, right? We don't need that for sure. Oh, but it's already implemented, you're saying?
Yeah.
So it's already implemented. We just don't see it because it already started.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's great. That works fine. So maybe, like, if you have a minute in this call, could you send Mitch the test fox? I think he probably has the other stuff he needs.
Yeah, Mitch, can you please send me your wallet address? You have sent multi-million times, but
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, test fox and test honey, but I have tons of test honey. So I don't know if Mitch probably does too. If anybody else wants to test, send your address to Amin right now. Great. So then it sounds like the other thing for Regen Farms is the outreach to other DAOs. What were because I don't actually even know what were the other DAOs who are interested in doing this, because it sounds like we just need someone to take ownership in Cavern.
I don't think we should outreach until we succeed with the prototype.
So we should start with only Fox.
Start with Fox. Have one that we know we worked with. If there's issues, it's issues with one DAO, and let's prove the concept.
Okay.
We can start making outreach materials, like a little paragraph that's like, "Hey, be part of the Regen Farm. 1% of your donations go to donation.eth. 1% goes to Giveth for treasury management."
Yeah. Okay.
You can start making documents, but let's succeed once.
Sounds good. Cool.
Sorry. Hey guys.
Thanks.
Hello.
GM.
Bienvenidos. Okay, great. Are there any other questions or things about Regen Farms that we need to discuss?
Nothing comes to my mind.
I don't think so. In front end.
Okay, great. Cool. I had a couple of things. I mean, I guess we can go really quickly through the board and just see if there's anything on here that we need to discuss as well. Oh, we were having an issue with Wallet Connect. I guess this is done. Give curation, project card, solve the issue of many votes to distribute givebacks. Oh, I guess is this finished? It's in code review.
No.
Oh.
This is the relayer contract for givebacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what needs to be left is we have to find out what script needs to be generated from the agent that's sent to the relayer contract, which sends it to the token distro when we want to send out givebacks. And so that's a coordination between Pavle and Mohammed.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I forgot to following up the Pavle. Can you mention me here just now to ask my question from Pavle? Sorry for that, Mish.
Sure. If you want me to I can just. Oops, that's not you.
You can. There's lots of Mohammed there.
Yeah.
I would ask my question here, Pavle, just now.
Okay, great. I just tagged you to remind you. Small SEO changes. I guess we don't need to go over what's in project. SEO changes to homepage. Okay. Looks like Mo. So the Uni-V3 pool, APR and Uni-V3 pool is wrong. Well, now it's kind of right. I made a long explanation about what we talked about in the Gov call and like why I think that we should shut off the Uni-V3 and kind of a process for it. Looks like it has 8 voters on it and 1 abstain and no no's. I don't know. Yeah, if you haven't voted on this and you have an opinion, jump in the forum right now and vote on this. But it really looks like we're going to go ahead with shutting it off. How long? Like, I guess like the governance question here is like, do we need to make this like an Aragon vote after getting the soft consensus? And
I believe we still haven't. Alexi's audit never happened, so we're still controlling everything with multi-sigs. So we should have a snapshot vote.
Snapshot.
Okay. So Uni-V3. So when should this go to a snapshot vote? How long do we need to leave it open for? I mean, it has 8 yes votes. That's kind of a lot.
Yeah, when was the post was made? Well over a week ago.
The post was made well over a week ago. It was made 7 days ago, and I put the poll up, I think yesterday, 2 days ago actually, but it says 1 day.
I would argue this is there.
Yeah, I think it can go to a snapshot.
I don't know how to do that. Is it easy to figure out?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, I can do it otherwise.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe if you want to help doing it, Mitch, and maybe since we're both here today, you could just show me, and then in the future, I don't need to always bug you for it.
Yep.
And let's clean up the snapshot and remove all the tests before we.
Yeah.
Just as a follow-up question, wait, is this thing on? Yeah. Cool. I can never tell. I don't know why. I'm a boomer. I don't know how to use Discord. We have something planned for liquidity on mainnet Ethereum if we shut this down, because this will probably kill a lot of liquidity from the Uni-V3 pool.
Yeah, so we do actually have a forum post that I put up yesterday about we have like 5 ETH from Optimism, and we were going to use it to make a liquidity pool. So our top, what we liked, okay, well, I mean, it's not the top of the 3 voters so far, but basically we were talking about using this 5 ETH from Optimism and give from our liquidity safe, and then providing liquidity in some place, and then just like having DAO owned liquidity. And one of the options is to do a GiveDai liquidity pool on UniV2 on mainnet. Then we just have like DAO owned liquidity with this. So we could provide a little bit of liquidity on Uni-Swap and kind of like have this happen in tandem as like when we shut off the UniV3 rewards. In our conversation in when we had like a meeting about it with Griff and Giantkin and GBeast, and we kind of like the UniV2 GiveDai the best, especially considering shutting off the UniV3 rewards. So anyway, that I literally just put it up last night, 13 hours ago. So this could be like, this is one solution to that problem. So you could jump in here in the forum and vote on that as well.
And that will be a snapshot as well.
It will go to,
Ooh. This is actually a good segue, or I don't know if it's about segue, but Ichi is, they're interested in talking to us about the Angel Vault this morning during the second half of the GIVeconomy call, if today's a good time for them. And I would say that we should put it into the Angel Vault, basically, especially because we need to get that Angel Vault as strong as we can. Is today a good time? Can we carve out some time during the second half of this call for them to give us an overview and ask some questions about the Angel Vault? They want to get a presentation and stuff too, but figured it'd be good to talk to us in person first.
In 10 minutes, you mean?
Yeah, like in 10 minutes. Yeah.
I think we can probably do it. We don't have too much to talk about.
Yeah, that's great. I would say that just for this first liquidity pool thing, maybe keep the scope small and like not try to make things more complicated with the Angel Vault. It's only 5 Ether, and we have a lot of other treasuries sitting around.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we talked about it in the call. I think the Angel Vault is a good idea, but it's like with this 5 ETH that we have, we could do it right now, and then the Angel Vault seems like it still requires a little bit of like governance process, talking, figuring it out.
Very true. Yeah.
So for the 5 ETH, I put that in the forum post as well. It's like some considerations is like we wanted to set it up as easy. We wanted to make it easy and fast because 5 ETH is only a little bit. Yeah. So I think Angel Vault sounds really cool though. So let's do both.
Sweet. Should they join this channel? Should I just give them like a unicorn role temporarily so they can hop in here in 10 minutes?
Oh wow!
I mean, we can move.
Yeah, let's move.
Or we can move.
Let's just move. Let's move to the community room. Okay, everybody, jump over. We'll meet you there in a sec.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Lauren.
Okay. Bye.
GM.
Welcome back, friends. Man, our team is so cool. It's like a well-oiled machine. Everyone just jumps over.
Coordination.
Every day. Just shuffling every day.
Shuffle and shuffle. Cool. Okay, so that's what's going on with UniV3. It sounds like we're probably going to shut it off, and then our alternative liquidity solutions will be using that 5 ETH, and then talking about Angel Vault seems really valuable. Is there anything else regarding UniV3 that we should discuss? Oh, actually, I do have something I wanted to talk about. How should we, because right now we have it as a tooltip, and maybe we want to change the front-end representation of like these APRs, Right now it looks like this. It's like the max APR is this, the average APR is this, the full range. Do we want to just put a range instead of this heart emoji, or do we want to leave it as a tooltip?
Yeah. This is the issue. We need some design, of course, for any move.
Okay. Where I can maybe sort of come in is like I've seen one more project to do liquidity mining on UniV3, and they do like a minimum amount and then like a star, and it's like, okay, so this is the amount that you get the minimum amount that you will get. Again, they didn't open source their code. I'm still like chasing them around to see what they did and if they are using the the same type of staking as we did. But yeah, maybe we can do something like that, where it's like, I would say the most, in my opinion, the user are most interested in like the average amount of money that they get, paradoxically, because the range is so big. So it's
Yeah.
not like a range that's from 5% just over, from like 100% to 50,000%. It doesn't really tell you anything. It's just some noise. But the average amount is good, because most people, will do the average. Because if they don't, then it's not the average. And yeah.
So should we? Yeah. So you're saying to put just the average number on the card?
Average, and then a tooltip that says this is the minimum, this is the maximum, and I think they'll fly pretty well.
Do you like that?
Just the average there?
Put the average there, and then you have a tooltip where it has the min and the max.
As long as it's very obvious that it's like a question mark on that average.
Okay, maybe I'll ask I'll ask like Mo or Marco too, their opinions.
I mean, do we need to do anything if we're taking it off in 5 days?
I guess not. Maybe this is just unnecessary work.
It's just
Yeah, that's kind of where I would lean towards.
All right.
It's
Okay.
like, Uni-V3 is over. We're voting to shut it. Save the devs. Save the dev.
Yeah, but it's concentrated liquidity. No.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Well,
it's like, do we do any dev work if it's only going to last 5 days?
yeah. Okay. I think maybe not. I think the answer is maybe not there. So let's take 5 more minutes, and then we can pass it to the Ichi Angel Vault conversation. But I just wanted to make sure that there's like nothing else that we have outstanding. I mean, there is this retroactive givebacks, which has a forum post as well. So retroactive givebacks is just like the rewarding givebacks to the people who donated between February of last year and December of last year during the time when we were developing the Give token. So this forum post, I don't think has seen a lot of action, but it would be great if like anyone wanted to come on there. I mean, it's already been up for 7 days, so we could like put it to a vote as well at this point. But if you have any opinions about whether or not we should actually do retroactive givebacks, please put them in the forum post. And then other than that, I'm just gonna scroll through the issues quickly just to see if there's anything. I guess like this getting give on Zapper, like this is still just a matter of everyone upvote it, and there's not much we can do, right?
Yep.
Have we reached out to them on Discord or somewhere?
Chadfi was looking into it. I think he might have. I'm just gonna tag him and see.
Maybe we could tweet at them too. Just be like, Zapper, please. We've got a bunch of upvotes.
Yeah.
Please do it for the good.
Okay. That sounds good. And then the audit report is apparently still in progress with Audrey.
With Alexei. Unfortunately, Alexei is Ukrainian and had to flee and is very
shit.
Damn.
So there's no progress on that.
Okay. No progress on the audit report.
And I don't really feel like asking him, honestly.
That's fair.
There's a one that I put comment for 36 design for showing both Giveth stream in the same view. Yeah, that's it. You had assigned a pet Vitor for that, but it's not necessary because we have the information. So yeah, we have both the data. They are available. Yeah, so we can technically do it just with design if it's needed.
Okay. Cool. Nice. That's awesome. All right. So I'll follow up with Marco. Oh, I guess he already just commented, so probably he will comment on this. Great. Thanks, Amin. Okay, cool. I mean, that seems to be like everything major that we have on the board. There's some issues on there that are kind of like require more conversation, but I think that we can leave them for later. Are there any other like pressing topics before we move to talking about the Angel Vault?
Just changing the name of the X30 Gnosis and Mitch take over that. We need the icon. I asked Mosaidi to create the icon in different sizes, which will be needed.
I mean, the guys from Gnosis Chain did once send me a Figma packet. Maybe, is this not what Monique posted here?
I think it's that Gnosis one, isn't it?
That's the one that Mitch put in there, but they do also have this like weird bubbly looking green X.
That's for the currency. X by the currency.
Oh, okay.
And then the chain is Gnosis Chain with the Gnosis.
Okay, so then we can use this icon. Cool.
Yeah, but we need different sizes of that. One from design team should make it available. Maybe we'll do it. Just to keep you updated.
Sounds good. Cool. Nice. Thanks. I mean, any other hot topics?
Just a quick one. What's the latest ETA for the Fox Honey Farm, Regen Farms?
It needs.
I'm rushing it. Just want to make sure we're ready.
So we talked. We talked about it before you jumped in, and the front end development is all done, and it just needs to be tested, and then it needs like a couple of like small fixes. Like it still says give friends. So Mitch and I are going to test it today, and if you wanted to take a look as well, Willie, I can tag you in the issue. There's a preview link. I could send you the preview link.
Yeah, it's and Willie, you guys can start, create some tests, or I have created one. We can see that, or if you guys need to set the parameters, we can run one, create a new one, a new token distro, and a stream, and a farm for you to begin testing with your real real parameters, not mine.
Cool. I'll check out the link. Thanks for the update. Not rushing or anything. I just want to make sure we're ready to promo it on our end. Did we get the countdown in there? Are we going to be able to do countdowns? Okay, sweet.
Yeah. It's simple. Just if you are, there is a one line in the config that you set that this farm will start that moment. In the smart contract of the farm, there is no start time. And whenever you call the notify reward, the time it begins to pay the reward. So it waits for some transaction call. But if we know that it will happen in some time in future, we set it in the front end config file somewhere. We set a timestamp, and there will be countdown till that time.
Awesome. Sounds great. Looking forward to checking out the test link. Thanks for the update.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any more pressing issues, pressing questions? Cool. Great. Okay, Angel Vault time. Welcome, Grace. I see you in here. I'll pass it to you.
Yeah. Hey, Lauren. GM, everyone. Nice to join the Giveth community. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. I think the big picture of what Ichi is trying to solve, really two major issues for why our founders created the Angel Vault. One is the correlation with ETH. So the tendency for the market to basically match the ups and downs with ETH. We wanted to try to decorrelate from that. And then second is the issue of having to give away your tokens and give away your liquidity as a project. I'm not sure if that's a pain that you guys are feeling right now, but typically when we talk to projects, it seems like they have to diminish their value by selling off their tokens, whether that be to exchanges or market makers. So we are providing the opportunity for protocol-owned liquidity that is protecting your token price via a buy wall in Uni-Swap v3. I'm happy to share my screen if you guys want some visuals, but I'll pause there. Does that make sense so far?
It does. I would say, it's not just a protocol-owned buy wall, right? But can also be a community incentivized buy wall. And we're a little bit more comfortable with liquidity mining than normal projects because we have this really cool stream concept. So if you check out the Give farm, we're able to incentivize liquidity with at least less immediate sell pressure than most projects have. So I think we might be interested in maybe a mix of like protocol owned and community incentivized.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry, that's a piece that I always forget to mention. That's super important. Just aligning the incentives of the project with the community is also awesome. And I'm, like I said, happy to share more. But yeah, so I think the combination of both that price protection as well as the community rewards is huge. Anything else, Willie, that you think is relevant?
Well, just the other thing in our case is that we have this Uni-Swap v3 program ending soon. So this is on Uni-Swap v3, and it's another way for us to get liquidity on Uni-Swap v3 and incentivize it that's not vulnerable to the exploit that we're currently seeing. Because Ichi actually manages, it's a vault, and Ichi manages the positions on Uni-Swap v3.
Oh yeah, and that's a good point. So within the fee structure of Uni-Swap v3, the community that puts the treasury in the vault, they are earning 80% in fees on the vault. So that's another huge benefit. And then the rewards, or rather the internal rate of return of the vault, from what we've seen for successful vaults, can be up to 90%. Actually, right now, one of them is at 96%. So very high internal rate of return for the vault itself. And then the rewards, like we discussed, are also high for the community who decides to participate and earn on the Angel Vault.
Can I ask just really more of a logistical question? So these Angel Vaults, most of them contain like one Fox or one Filecoin or whatever. So what do the steps look like to get an Angel Vault? Like, do we? I'm really excited to have one Give. I'm like almost more excited about that than I am the Angel Vault. I love them both, but it's hard to say which one I like more. Is there? Can you just walk through the step-by-step process of creating of this whole of executing on this, and like how much time, especially like each step would take, approximately?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love that you're familiar with the branded dollar. So that was our first product, and it was sort of like 1.0 of the value props that I mentioned earlier. And the Angel Vault is just really making that difference again with the price protection. So yeah, the steps to create an Angel Vault, basically Ichi will create the UI in Uni-Swap v3. We will also create the branded dollar for Giveth. So we can get into the details of that, but it's whatever percentage you guys want to do, 80% USDC or any stablecoin for that matter. I don't know. I know Faye wants to be a stablecoin that's offered in Ichi right now, so that's a possibility. Any stable asset that you prefer, for an example, we could do 80% USDC and then 20% Give. And so we would create that on our website. Just I can walk through that minting process, but we would handle that lift for you. And then basically you guys would deposit. The launch process is really just us walking you through, okay, now you're going to deposit, your money here.
Do you know how much money would be required for it to get to that 80-20 ratio?
Yeah. So the 80-20 ratio is that's creating the branded dollar. So 80% USDC and then 20% give. That would be a branded dollar.
We have to put some like initial liquidity into OneGive in order to get to that ratio. Do you know how much that is? Like for one Fox, I think we had to put in, I think it was like 175K, 160K to kickstart it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I think I can get you those numbers for sure. It's all just dependent on the amount that you guys want to put in the Angel Vault. I'm pretty sure if we're on the same page.
Okay.
Because I think maybe they've changed it, but I know like initially to launch a branded dollar, you had to, or at least to get to the 80-20 ratio, you could launch one, where you mint it with 100% USDC without providing initial liquidity to kickstart it. But if we want to get to that 80-20 ratio, previously there had to be some initial liquidity provided, like by the.
And that liquidity is in Fox or in our token, or it's in USDC.
So typically it's in USDC. Ichi for Shapeshift was willing to take Fox because they were long Fox, and then they provided the USDC themselves. So we might be able to. We could ask Ichi for a similar deal with Give, with the commitment that we're going to get a really strong Angel Vault up, so they can have confidence that Give's price is going to do well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we would do, Willie, because my familiarity is that we are only asking for the tokens in this process. But again, I can go back and confirm that. But just in terms of explaining the steps, like we are carrying the lift. Really, the only quote unquote lift on your end is just making that initial deposit into the Angel Vault, which we recommend trying to hit around 10% of your market cap, because that's what we have seen be the most successful and actually having more resistance to market dips. And you can, as Willie mentioned, you can hit that in two different ways. One would be with your community treasury, and then the second way would be with the community rewards. So a lot of our clients do a combination of both or one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think a combination makes sense because it's also an engagement opportunity. So it's nice. It's nice to be able to say, "Hey, stake your reward. Go get some Give and stake it in our Angel Vault, and help the community play these token engineering games." So I think it makes sense to do both.
Cool.
One interesting effect from this too is that to mint OneGive, you need 20% Give. So just minting OneGive creates some buy pressure on the market. Or we can also part of this too. We'll probably get a USDC OneGive pool up, and that's been pretty cool. The Shapeshift DAO has been arbing that. Just this past week, we've made over 6 figures. We've turned over 6 figures of Fox into USDC with no sell pressure, just by minting one Fox with USDC and Fox from the DAO's treasury and trading it for USDC when it's profitable to do so, because people trade USDC for one Fox and we just want to arb the pool back into equilibrium. So it helps the Angel Vault function well, and it's a really cool way for the DAO to turn its governance token into stablecoin without any sell pressure, and actually in a profitable way, which is pretty amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So one thing, if we do want to deposit some in there, because we want to make sure that we get this Angel Vault strong, and Ichi had very generously mentioned they also want strong Angel Vault examples, and we have the opportunity because we're such an awesome project with a low market cap to have a really strong Angel Vault. Grace was mentioning that if we can get at least like $1 million of liquidity into the Angel Vault, I think that Ichi would match us and put $1 million from their own treasury into the Angel Vault. What are the details exactly around that, Grace?
Yeah, I think we have to go through our community and kind of some governance process on our end for it. But of course, I'm pretty sure we can make that happen. So, I do need to look at the numbers a little bit more. Are we voting on this today?
No.
No, this is like our first time discussing it more at length. Willie introduced it to us a few times, so we've had the async conversation in the GIVeconomy channel, but I think this is we're starting to move forward in this conversation.
Awesome. No, I love it. I'm glad you guys are exploring it because you are really in a great time right now to be doing this, just with the size of your project and again, the timing of the market and everything. I think that it'll really have some positive impact. And as discussed, the branded dollar is also awesome to provide your project with a stable asset. Super important to get that diversification there.
So one way for the DAO to get stable, because right now we have a lot of give, we don't have a lot of stable because we're a young DAO. But Ichi had also mentioned if we can commit to getting a strong Angel Vault, adding give to their Rari pool. Ichi has one of the top Rari pools right now. And what that would enable us to do, Shapeshift is doing this to some degree right now, is just depositing, give from the treasury into Rari as collateral and then borrowing stable coins against it. And the cool thing about that is that if the Angel Vault does well, then even though we're depositing one give, first of all, we could borrow $800,000 of stablecoin and mint 1 million one give with $200,000 of the give. But then if we deposit that in the Angel Vault, as long as the Angel Vault does well, then we actually end up with more stable coins as the price of give goes up. So I think that because we don't have a ton of stable coins, I think that might be our best bet to be able to get the million or around there necessary to get a strong Angel Vault. And we might actually need a little bit less too, because I think the 2 mil goal was our market cap might actually be a little bit lower than our circulating supply might be a little bit lower than the last number we gave you guys. Not just a little bit lower, a lot a bit lower.
Yeah.
So I think the market cap is
our circulating supply will be around, I think, 13 million give. Our market cap is around 6 million or 7 million.
So if we could even get 1.5 mil in there, we'd have a super strong Angel Vault. That is one thing too that Ichi had mentioned, is that if they do the match, we would basically donate some give to their treasury as well. So if we did 750K of our own, they match 750K, they'd ask for a donation of $75,000 of give that they would put into the one uni reserves. Basically, that's what they had mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what we really need to decide all this, or to understand all this, is a spreadsheet, because there's a lot of money flows. Okay, we have to, if this achieves this, then this much give goes here and this much give goes there, just so that we can actually understand where we should get this give from. I assume it's from the liquidity multi-sig and from the I think we need to really look at this in a spreadsheet, because there's so many numbers. I don't know, Grace, if that's something you could help with.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I was asking, if this was up for vote yet. So I definitely will create a formal proposal for you guys to really understand the steps and what's being asked.
Yeah, that would be good. Maybe you could help to create, maybe it could be a forum post. I think that would be the best way of doing it. I've been taking notes in this call, and I could kind of put something together, but if you were able to kind of just summarize the things that we talked about getting the one give token, and then Angel Vault, and this whole thing with Ichi doing the matching, and then we would need to give a donation, and all these different parts, if you could break it down clearly and post it on the forum, then people could leave their comments, and then any questions in there, and we could kind of come to a point where we can, our process is that things need to be on the forum for 5 days before we can put it to a vote. So yeah, I think that would be really helpful. I mean, it sounds really cool and exciting, and then in some ways it also sounds mystical. Like there's pieces that I'm like, well, how does that work? You know? And I think if you could help us, that would really help to clarify things.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to do that.
And I can help you with that as well, with creating a forum post or like just using our forum or any of the things. I'd be super happy to help you and support you in any way.
Cool. Yep. I might DM you for that.
Cool.
Sweet. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Lauren. Excited to see the forum post and move this forward.
Me too. I'm really excited about this. It seems really awesome. Like it seems like a great way to get lots of liquidity. I love the OneGive idea, and then we could use that for lots of other different things.
I can't wait to pay people in OneGive.
Yeah.
No, I love that you guys are excited about it. Yeah, Ichi is pretty awesome, and I think you guys will love it.
Hey Willie, quick question. Do you use OneGive for payments within Foxtel?
Fox?
We haven't done that yet, and the reason for that is that there's not one Fox liquidity on XDAI yet. And we pay people on XDAI, but we want to, and so we just need to get some one Fox liquidity over on Gnosis chain for it to make sense.
Okay, great,
cool.
Well, maybe we can put up a one Fox OneGive pool.
I love it.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't totally solve the problem, but we could.
It's just fun to hang out in pools together.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, does anyone have any more questions for Grace? Or Grace, do you have any more questions or things you need from us?
I think at this point we're good. I think it's just a matter of kind of getting the nitty gritty on the numbers and stuff like that, and we'll figure that out on our end and just propose it. So, yeah, nothing else on my end.
I have one more. Is there any input of tokens other than give tokens that would be needed to execute this?
No, it could be a combination, similar to what Willie said. It could be a combination of USDC, or like I said, if you guys want to get creative and do a different stable asset, we can support you. But it would be some combination of USDC and give tokens. But it depends on whatever the deal that we come up with for you guys.
Last thing I'll say there is that Faye could make sense if Faye is interested in getting Faye listed. Tribe's an awesome community. It'd be great to build a relationship with them. And they're launching, I don't know if they've launched it yet or they're about to launch this thing called Turbo that enables DAOs to basically borrow against their governance token at like almost 0% interest. So that especially if we are planning to do if we need to put some stable coins up in the Angel Vault and we're planning to borrow against Give, could be worth considering Faye as a stable coin that backs it.
Yeah, that would be really fun for us. Like I said, we're in talks with Faye and everything, and so that would be a fun, new project for us.
Building bridges is always good as far as I'm concerned, and I don't like using USDC if we can avoid it.
Right. It's FEI, Faye.
Oh, cool.
It's like Fedora coin, yeah.
And actually, I would say I'm more than acquaintances with the founders of Faye, so I think there'd be a positive relationship there for sure.
Perfect. Yeah.
Faye.money. There you go.
Cool. Okay, cool. That sounds great. So we could also mention this in the forum post too, that we're considering using Faye and building a bridge there instead of using USDC or something. Great. Any further questions? Cool. Nice. Well, thank you so much, Grace, for coming in and helping us with this. And thanks, Willie, for being such a champion for the cause too, making sure that we talk about it. Are there any other GIVeconomy things? Because I feel like we could maybe just close a few minutes early. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for your time, for joining, for all the energy and all the fun. and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.